Okay, friends, I have heard that you have been learning about different types of soils. Is that right? You had your Einstein kit and you have your soils over along the wall there. Today we are going to be talking a little bit about erosion. I know you mentioned a little bit about erosion with Miss Spiderly. Does anybody know what erosion is? Let's give you a time to think. Show me when you have an answer. And I'm going to have you put it just in front of your body here so that everyone can see that. Okay? Let's quickly turn and talk. What you have your partners already? Erosion is
then it makes little rocks come out of the erosion and it makes a new one.
Egberto, can you get the lights for me? Thank you. All right, my friends, turning back in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, thank you, Emily, for your eyes. Brian, thank you for your eyes. Crystal, thank you for your eyes. All right, let's see. Brian, can I have you share what you had talked about with your partner? What is erosion?
Erosion is a mountain that sometimes some rocks come out of like some pieces of rock.
Okay.
Erosion comes out and it makes a new one.
Excellent, thank you. Erosion is those little bits of dirt or ground, the different pieces that break off. Sometimes that happens with mountains. You're right that there is erosion on mountains and it changes the shape of those mountains. We're going to look at this first page here in our book that tells us what erosion is. So let's go to this page right here, and I'm going to make it a little bigger so you can see and follow along with your eyes, okay? Erosion is the movement of rock, soil, and other bits of earth. Erosion happens everywhere on the planet. It usually happens very slowly, but over time, erosion makes big changes in the land. And then here in our caption, it says erosion helps to change the land's shape everywhere on the planet. So not only is it on those mountains, it's everywhere that can happen. We'll take a look a little bit deeper about erosion today, okay? Gael, do you have a question?
Are the orange spots the parts where erosions happen?
The orange spots in the picture? Right here? Is that kind of like right here, there's some orange, and down here? Those are the different land, those are our continents. So those are some areas that do have erosion that occur. All right, boys and girls, let's take a look. This is I'm going to pull the book out to show you. This book is a little bit quite long. It's got a lot of information about erosion, and we aren't going to read all of this today, okay? We're just going to be focusing, sometimes when we read books, we just focus on certain chapters. Today, we're going to focus on erosion and people, okay? So today, you are going to listen to find out how people can cause erosion, okay? How people can cause erosion. Diego, thank you so much for your eyes looking over here. I can tell that you are paying attention and looking and thinking about different ways. Thank you. I see almost all of our friends being attentive. Thank you. All right, so today we're going to take a look for now at just the pictures. We're going to take something called a picture walk and look at our pictures to see what we're going to learn about this morning. So here we have erosion and people. And you'll notice I have my stickies on here. Sometimes does Miss Byerly have stickies in her books? Yeah, that helps us so that we know what we want to teach you and to talk about, right? So here on this page, you can see that there is a man here, and he is plowing in the field. Has anyone heard the word plowing? If you've heard that, give me a thumbs up. Plowing. Can you say plowing? Plowing. Very good. Plowing, we're going to read in our book and talk a little bit about that. some more, but plowing is when you make grooves in the soil to plant the seeds. And we'll talk about that in a little bit and do an action with that to help us remember.
I wonder if some of you have heard of plowing in a different way.
Oh, yes. Has anyone, that's a very good thinking, Mrs. Weddingale. Has anyone heard of plowing? Especially around this time of year, right, Mrs. Weddingale? Plowing.
Plowing tomorrow.
Who has heard of that? Gael, have you heard of plowing? What have you heard plowing? Can you explain a little bit about that? And can we track the speaker, please? Track the speaker.
I've heard plowing.
It's okay, just hold it just like that.
Some people show that plowing is when
Here, I'll hold it. You talk. Where do you see, what happened? When do you, yeah, when you hear plowing, what has just happened?
I've heard that people have been plowing snow.
Oh, plowing snow. What is that? What happens when you plow snow, Mari? Oops, sorry. It's like shoveling snow, right? But when you're plowing, is it just one person? Does one person plow?
No.
What usually plows?
People.
Is there a machine that does the plowing?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a plow that goes through to clean off all the roads, isn't there? That comes through. That's one type of plowing. Another type of plowing is farmers have this piece of machinery, equipment that goes on the back of their tractors, and it helps make these grooves in the soil, so that when there's these grooves, it helps so that there is less erosion happening, and we'll talk a little bit more about that. But erosion are those little pieces of soil that are going away. Do you see erosion happening in this picture?
No.
Let's take a look. Can you see that a little? I think it's hard to see on here.
So do farmers plow snow?
No.
Yeah, do farmers, like the farmer in our book, does he plow snow?
Is he plowing snow?
No.
What is he plowing?
Dirt.
Dirt and soil, right? Do you see all these little pieces here? That's dirt and soil coming up. Jaime, do you see it? See those pieces of dirt? Yeah. And he is making grooves. Can you do grooves with me? Oh, some of us aren't paying attention. Let's say it with me. Grooves. Very good. Oh, that's your action for water? What can we do for grooves? What's another action we could use for grooves? Show me. Show me if you have an idea.
Like this.
Oh, Ariana's kind of going like this. Grooves.
Like this.
Oh, you think like maybe two hands? You could go like this. Okay. Which one should we use? Let's see. Let me put this down here. Oh, Bradley's got another one where he's kind of going like this. Those could be grooves. Could we kind of do like that where we go out and we go in?
Yeah.
Okay, let's try it together. Say, oh, grooves.
Grooves.
All right, awesome. Okay, that'll be our action for grooves. What do you need, Mrs. Weddingale? Oh, okay. No, you're fine. All right. Here we see some other type of erosion. We see some erosion going on here. Oh, wow. I noticed that I see a tree and its roots are exposed or they're showing. I wonder how people could cause trees to cause erosion. How trees has, let me try that again. I wonder why they have a picture of a tree here, how that could relate to our purpose of reading of how people can cause erosion. Yeah, we'll have to read it to find out, won't we, Heriberto? All right, let's look here. Ah, look what you noticed there. What is happening? All right. Here I see a diagram. We'll have to take a look at that. Oh, I see a plant being grown here. Yeah, I heard somebody read that sticky note. They said minerals, so we'll have to talk about minerals and what that is. And Brian, you had talked about these earlier, didn't you? What are those? Are these erosions? Mountains, right? Yeah, mountains. All right, my friends. So, what I would like us to do is, right now we're going to be listening with our ears. Our eyes are going to be on our book, our shared reading book. And sometimes I'll have you read the different headings with me. Can anyone come and show me where the heading is on this page? Let's see. Miss Byerly, can I use your sticks?
I'm not sure. They're on the other side.
Alrighty. Thank you. Let's see. Point to my heading, please, Brian. Can you go show me up on my book over there so everyone can see? Because if you go like that, it just looks like everything. You're pointing to everything. Is everybody right? Does everyone agree with him? Yeah. All right. Thank you, Brian. Oh, sorry, buddy. All right. Here we go.
So friends, make sure you're in a good spot around in the corner. Mari, Jaime, Bradley, Juan, can you see?
If it's hard to see, then what could you do?
Move your body.
Yep, move your body. Heriberto, are you in a good spot?
Yeah.
All right. Jaime and Mari. Jaime, why don't you move to a spot where you can see really, really good? Okay. Everybody find a spot and with your partner? Oh, thank you. Bradley and Jonette, thanks for moving to a different spot so that you could see better, and now Mari and Jaime can hopefully see better. Okay, here we go. Erosion and people. Water, ice, and wind are not the only things that cause erosion. People cause erosion too. Farmers plow fields to plant seeds. Oh, I see that some of us are not following along with our reading.
Can't see it.
When they plow, they make grooves in the soil. What was our movement again? Grooves in the soil. Plowing loosens the soil. Wind can blow the loose soil away. People do many things that change the land. Why is soil blowing away as this tractor drives across a field? I'm going to think about that. I'm going to think about that question some more. And another day we're going to have conversation about why that would be. You need to be following along. I read that caption, right? All right. If a farmer plows up and down hills, rainwater can run downhill through the grooves. The moving water can carry the soil away. Do you notice, my friends, this is a hill. It's going up like this, right, to the hill. And there are grooves, and there's rainwater that are going down those grooves. Some of the soil in this cornfield has washed away. Trees and plants. Oh, I'm sorry. Can everyone read this heading with me? Trees and plants. Thank you. People cut down many trees. Trees protect the ground from erosion. A tree's roots hold on to the soil. The roots keep soil from washing away or blowing away. And a tree's branches and leaves keep rain from pounding against the ground. When trees are cut down, the soil can be washed or blown away. Plant roots and tree roots hold soil in place. They keep the soil from eroding. And eroding, my friends, what does that word, I'm going to take my piece off here because that pink is hard to see. What does that that kind of sound like? Eroding. Do you know another word that kind of sounds similar? What could you do if you have an idea? I'm gonna pick a stick there. Seems like there's lots of thinkers on eroding. What's another word that sounds similar to that? Alice. Erosion, yeah. So they keep the soil from eroding. It means the same. It means the same thing as erosion. It's just using it in the verb form of that with our ing word. All right. So this brings me to a question. What do plant roots and tree roots do? What do they do? I'm thinking about what I read on this page. And that's going to help me figure out my answer to the question, what do plant roots and tree roots do? I'm going to think about it, and you're going to have a turn and talk with your partners and use the sentence frame, plant roots and tree roots. Plant roots and tree roots. All right, are you thinking? Do you have an idea? Think about that. The answer, can I give you a clue? The answer is on this page. So if you aren't sure, go back to the page with your partner and find out what that answer is. What do they do? Ready? All right, turn and talk with your partner.
They grow.
The thing and just have it. Did you use the book to help you? What do they do? Did you find that in the text to help you? Those questions, they help us understand the book better, doesn't it? All right, my friends, turn back to me in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's have someone share out. You can say either what you had shared or what your partner. And maybe you said the same thing, so you can share what you both had said. All right? Brian! Okay. How did they do that? They spread their roots. I don't recall reading that on this page. Does anyone else remember reading that? That is something I know about roots, right? That's something you know about roots? But what did the author tell us? What did the author tell us? Let's see. Diego? Plant roots and tree roots. And how do they do that? How do they protect them from erosion? What do those roots do?
I know what they do. Wait.
Keep looking. Do you want to look back to it? Diego?
I know what it is. You don't know what it is.
Diego, do you want to choose a friend to help you? Quickly, 5, 4. All right.
The trees protect the ground from erosion by holding the soil on the floor.
On the ground, doesn't it? Holds that soil there. If those tree roots weren't there, there would be nothing to keep that ground there.
And it's also dangerous for causing erosion. The soil is protected hurt or injured in it.
That could be. All All right, my friends, are we ready to keep reading to see what else we can find out about erosion and people? All right, show me that you're ready. Show me, show me, show me. All right, our eyes are on our book in front. We saw this page before and thought this was really interesting. Let's read and see and find out about this. Soil is important. Most plants need soil to grow in, and soil is part of the ground that we build houses on. If too much soil is eroded, plants may die. If a very large amount of soil is washed down a hill, it may carry whole houses with it. Oh my, I'm looking at the photo here. Let's make that a little bigger. Our caption here at the top says, once there was land in front of these houses. Water has carried most of it away. If more land erodes, the house may fall down. Did you notice some of these houses, I believe it, like they have a deck on there and it's starting to fall down? That water is eroding the soil away.
Here. The water does not like the
Help me read this heading, please. Protecting
the soil.
Can we say that again together?
Protecting the soil.
Eric, I didn't hear you say that. Can we try it one more time?
Oh yeah, let's do it all again. But this time, let's make sure everyone's participating. Okay, that's going to help us know what we're going to learn about and help ground our thinking as to what we're going to do. Okay, so here we go. Let's do it again.
Protecting the soil.
Uh-oh, all my friends were looking at our words in front. That makes me very sad. It is very difficult to learn and to understand more things when all of us aren't working together to be able to do it, to accomplish our goal. We need our hands to ourselves, our eyes to the front. We're in second grade already, and I know that we could handle this in first grade. I know we can handle it in second grade, even better than in first grade.
Even better than in fifth grade.
These are our expectations, okay? Are we showing expected behavior or unexpected behavior? Unexpected. We need to see expected behavior from now until it's time to go to lunch and recess. We have a lot more to cover and to do today. And we cannot get through it all and get to our great learning if we are not showing that expected behavior. I still don't see expected behavior from some of my friends. All right. We have a few more pages to go, and then I have a really neat graphic organizer to show you and to work on, with your partner. All right, here we go. You are listening and looking, at the words. People. Okay, awesome. That's our heading. So let's listen now to find out about protecting the soil. People can do things to protect the soil. Farmers can plow their fields so that the grooves follow the sides of hills. If rainwater can't run downhill, it can't carry soil away. People can grow plants on hillsides. The plant's roots keep rain from washing away the soil. People can also plant rows of trees or bushes near open fields. A row of trees or bushes blocks the wind. It keeps strong winds from blowing soil away. I'm going to take a look here, my friends, at this diagram. This diagram gives us a lot of information. I noticed that in the diagram it's showing that there's rain and that here there's a hill. I noticed there's a hill and it says flowing, sorry, my finger's not showing it, flowing water. So that means it's raining and I can see that there's water that's flowing and there's an arrow. Which way is it flowing?
This way, that way.
Down, right? It's flowing down. And here it also points out that this is pointing to a groove. So all of these lines on this hill are grooves that we had talked about. Show me our action for grooves to remind us. Grooves. Oh, can you say that when you do your action?
Grooves.
Why do we say grooves at the same time of an action? What does that do? Edgar, what does that do or help us? Okay, how does it help us learn more, Alice? Okay, it's not only is it showing the action, but it's connecting with what's going on in our brain. It's telling us that, yes, those are grooves, and not only are we just going like this just because we want to, we're thinking really about what that actually means to us. Okay. So let's read about this. Now that I understand what I'm looking at, I'm going to read the captions that they have below it. A farmer's plow digs grooves in the ground for planting seeds. If the grooves go from the top to the bottom of the hill, rain can run down the hill. The rain carries soil with it. So if it carries soil with it, what is happening? I'm going to read this other one now. If the grooves go along the side of the hill, they catch the rain. The grooves keep the rain from carrying soil down the hill. So in this picture, do you notice, is there flowing water that's happening here? Do you see any flowing water?
No.
No, because these grooves, they're catching the water as it goes down, so it's not washing the seeds away. So here, there's quite a bit of erosion happening. I notice in this picture, there's not very much because the grooves are going from side to side so that they can catch the rain on the way down. All right, we're going to keep going here. Whoop. So I'm going to make it a little smaller here so you can see what's on the picture too. Some erosion helps people. People grow plants for food. The plants need good soil to grow. The soil has to have minerals in it. Minerals, my friends, are a type of solid. They're found in nature, and they're not alive. They're oftentimes what plants need to grow. And we'll read a little bit more as we continue on this page. It tells us more about minerals. Minerals in the soil come from tiny bits of rock. Erosion breaks rocks into the tiny bits that help plants grow. And then here on our caption it says, good soil will help these plants grow. Can you read that caption with me? Good soil will help these plants grow. Thank you. Although some of my friends weren't reading that with me, and that makes me a little sad because I know that you at least know some of those words to help me out, can't you? All right, let's try that again. Good soil will help these plants grow. We need to make sure that we're attentive with our learning. Erosion all the time. Can you read that with me?
Erosion all the time.
Erosion is happening all the time. Rock and soil are being weathered. Miss Byerly told me that you already know a word that's similar to weathered. What is that? And I heard you have an action for it too. Can you show me that? Does anyone know?
Like this? Like this.
Diego, what is that? What word do you usually say with that TPR movement?
Is this the?
Ericberto, can you help us with that? Can everyone do that with Ericberto? Weathering.
Eduardo's doing it.
Oh,
Separate one. This is
Ericberto?
decompose.
Oh, he was
Yeah,
saying weathering.
yeah.
Oh no, what one is it, Eduardo?
Like this.
Oh, everyone look at Eduardo and say
Decompose.
weathering with Eduardo.
Weathering.
Oh, I don't see everyone doing that.
Weathering.
Weathering. Yeah, which one was this? Decomposing. Are we talking about decomposing? No, we're talking about weathering. Weathering. And I think that makes me think of, is that like it's a mountain and there's erosion, pieces breaking off of the mountain? Was that your thinking for the movement? Ah, I like it. All right. So rock and soil are being weathered, so you can use that same movement. Bits of dirt are being moved around. Big mountains are being worn down. Earth is always changing. And here you'll notice that. Over many years, erosion will change the shape of these mountains. They will become smoother and smoother. All right. My friends, your job, right, what we're going to do right now is we have talked a lot. Oh, I'm waiting for everybody's attention. We only have about 7 minutes to work on our next project, so let's see if we can do it really and work really hard with our partner. You read a lot today about erosion and people, and I had you listening for how do people cause erosion? That was one of the first things that our author told us, that people can cause erosion. What you're going to do now with your partner is you're going to get a copy of this book, okay? And you're going to go to chapter 5. Some of you are going to receive a book that looks like mine. Others, because we didn't have quite enough books, are going to get a copy of the same book, okay, with just the chapter 5. So you'll notice it looks very similar, just like that. Alrighty? So it looks the same. And your job is you're going to find how people can cause erosion. And you're going to show what you learn on this graphic organizer. This is a type of web. Concept web, would you say? A concept web? And, whoops, and in this in this concept web, my friends, in the middle of this section, what you're thinking about is how people can cause erosion. So in the middle of my graphic organizer, I'm going to write people cause erosion. And cause means makes erosion happen, right, or occur. So first of all, when you get your graphic organizer and you sit down with your partner, I want that to be the first thing that you write down. People cause erosion, okay? So you're going to put people cause erosion in the middle. Then you're going to use your book to find out how people can cause erosion. We read and we talked a little bit about it, and you're going to find different ways and write them in each circle or each oval, okay? And when you do that, if I'm finding, let's see, people cause erosion, and I went to chapter 5 and I'm looking, oh, we talked a lot about plowing. I'm thinking that plowing can cause erosion. So I'm going to write that in one of my ovals. I'm going to say that plowing can cause erosion because, and I might write that answer. And then I'm going to put what page number I found. So if I found the answer on page 31, then I'm going to make sure in my box, or in my oval, I'm going to put page 31 after I write down about what I learned that people can cause erosion. Okay? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
All right. So what is the first thing you're going to do with your partner? What's the first thing you're going to do with your partner? Krista, what are you going to do?
People cause erosion
Yep, where are you going to write that?
on the
Where on the paper? I'm going to write it right
Middle.
here.
middle. Wrong.
No? In the middle. In the middle what?